Yeah, I started it in October 2015. What was worrying me, I'm Greater Manchester, and you could slowly see TB coming northwards for many, many years. We are a 4-year testing county. We've got Cheshire, which is 6 monthly testing within 2 miles away, and Derbyshire, which is annually testing, and again 2 miles away. And it seemed a bit silly that we were 4 years. So APHA did do a test of all the cattle in Stockport area, Greater Manchester, in early 2015, because they also had concerns that 4-year testing wasn't good enough. And they tested all the cattle over 42 days old, and they found one skin reactor out of thousands of cattle. So obviously TB hadn't got into the cattle. So the question was, is it in the wildlife? Is it the badger that's leading the disease into the cattle herds? Nobody knew the answer, so I approached the National Farmers Union and said this needs to be done. We've nothing in the cattle, they've all been tested in a short period of time. We need to see what's in the wildlife. So I proposed that we did a project, and then FU funded it, and I then engaged my local authority, Liverpool University, Nottingham Universities, and I actually collected the badges up from the council, who were notified of the dead badges by the public. Everything's logged, detailed. They were taken straight away to Liverpool University, where they were post-mortemed, they were culture tested, and they were spoligotyped at Nottingham. Yeah, we found that 26.7% of the roadkill badgers in Stockport had bovine TB. And then they went on to spoligotype to find out what strain it was, and they found it was spoligotype 25A, which is the same spoligotype as infected the cattle and badgers in a survey that was done in Cheshire in 2014. So this greatly concerned me that we found it in the badgers, but it wasn't in the cattle. Yeah, it's a very, very serious concern. Now we're in 2017, we've just started toward the end of 2016 to see more problems in the cattle herds in the area. Inconclusive reactors, the odd reactor. Nothing great, but it's coming, and you can see it's the early stages of it, and it's coming into the cattle. So yeah, we can't control the badgers. We test the cattle forever, and at the end of the day it's a zoonotic disease. It needs getting on control of. And where I pick badgers up, I found them outside primary schools, near primary school playing fields and places like that, and it's a concern, and I think it needs sorting quick. I do believe we need to understand the disease in the badger population. Is it in the badger population all the time? We know where it is in the cattle. We've been testing millions of cattle for tens of years now. We've never got stuck into actually finding it in the wildlife and seeing where the problem is in the wildlife. At the end of the day, it's got to be eliminated from both species. Mine's the only one that's done it in an official low risk area. There's a badger survey ongoing in the edge area of England, done by Liverpool, Nottingham and Surrey universities, doing roadkill surveys to see the prevalence of the bovine TB in the edge, but it's never been done in a low risk area. I think everybody needs the full evidence. I mean, it's a serious disease we're talking about. You know, it's zoonotic, infects your dogs, your cats, your guinea pigs, people. And I think that we've heard so much about the cuddly badger, and we must protect it. And I'd ask the question, well, why? This is a serious zoonotic disease. We're looking at it for the cattle all the time. We must do more surveys into the wildlife, into the badger population. And if it's there in the badger population, we've got to control it.